Welcome everyone to the Challengers Cup SEMIFINALs. Game number 2, I think? I'm not sure if the other one's already been played or not. I think it has. So, here we are. Contract Killers on one side. Nasty looking Chorf team. Got Strength 4 Claw Palmer. Bunch of guard. Two really nice Bull Centaurs. One with Blodge DT, and one with Frenzy Mighty Blow. So those are pretty sweet. A couple dirty players, a good ball carrier with movement. Nothing special on the Hobgoblins, but he's got kick, he's got dirty player, he's got the skills he needs. Two rookie Chorf blockers. You know, whatever. They're rookies. They do their job. So it's a decent looking team. Then take a quick look at the other team. My favorite things. Catch by Priest. A 2090 with a full bank Nurgle team. Killer Pestigore. 3 killer warriors, 1 strength 5 tentacles warrior, which is awesome. I love strength 5 tentacles. Strength 6 tentacles on the Beast of Nurgle. Does it have anything else special? Yeah, it's got stand firm. It's movement 5. That thing is pretty impressive. It's just missing, I'd say, break tackle in terms of normals to be amazing. And yeah, block if it gets doubles, obviously. But yeah, really solid beast. If that thing gets on your ball, you are in for a tough time. Some nice utility Pestigores in a Wrestle Frenzy one. Raindrops on Roses. And a couple block ones, you know. No great ball carrier. It probably died sometime earlier this season. But, you know. Block's not the worst thing to carry on. Yeah, nice stealth skills. That's true, Priest. 3 carriers? Yeah, it happens, you know? Everyone targets the carriers on Nurgle, and they tend to die quite frequently. Sounds like they are going to be going on time. I'm sure Priest will tell us in the chat when they're ready. Yeah, these are 2 solid teams. So let's quickly try and figure out what the sweet. Okay, so you guys are starting. Sweet. Okay, so 2090. Let's try and figure out very quickly what the inducements are like. 1770. No loners needed for either side, so we're looking at 320k inducements for Bernie, plus whatever he wants to spend out of his 70k bank. Can't expect it to be that much, but you know, Chorf inducements aren't always the best. So we're gonna back out to Cabal TV here and search for the match and get this thing on the road. Yeah, I think a star player would be ideal. So, gonna hit refresh a couple times, and as soon as we go, we are good to go. Their inducements, okay. We'll see Priest after the game. Hope you have a good time. Yeah, I could see Apo maybe against all this claw. It's really tough though. I mean, if you take the Apo, you have to use it to win. Like, there's no you're in the semifinals. You're not playing to preserve players at this point. But if you end up being able to Apo one of your really good guard players, or you're only a Claw Palm Chorf maybe, and he gets to play the second half because of that, I think that would be a good inducement pickup. And yeah, 320, you can afford quite a lot, you know. Wizard takes you to 170. Apo and a Babe. A lot of stuff you can get. Yeah. And this Nurgle team, it's very killy. Very, very killy. And not much else going for it. It's not got the tools to really, like, reliably score in a small amount of turns, I don't think. Looks like the game has gone live. So here we are. Popping on in. But it should be a fun game. And, believe coming to the end of this playoff season, so not too many games left to go. So we do see that the Nurgle have lost the coin toss, and the Chorfs are going on offense. So we're gonna swap behind them. Pop down some skills, and here we are. He has chosen to go with Thark, the Strength 5 Break Tackle Block Juggernaut Bull Centaur, as well as a Bloodwiser Babe. So, good choices we've seen with Thark out of a couple Chorf teams this playoffs. Gives the team a lot of mobility, you know? Just that extra movement, 6 point... I don't know what you want to call Bull Centaurs, because they're not movement 6 players, but they're not movement 7 players, so... But they tend to, like, do that quite a lot because of the sure feet, so, you know. But they're pretty good. And with Break Tackle, this guy, just like Waluigi version 2, nice amount of mobility. And if he wants to ball carry on the postman, which I think he's been doing quite a lot, other than Punchback Bob, you know, not the worst idea. Still have 2 Bull Centaurs to be able to blitz with. A very defensive setup here for Kreese. Gone with the triple rotter line, as all Nurgle coaches do. Chosen to leave a Pestigore on the bench in order to facilitate all his positionals. One of the downsides of playing Nurgle is you have to bench a positional if you want to offer up a triple rotter line. Because damn, are all these positionals really good. Bernie spent 60k of the bank? Yeah, I didn't know the exact number on Hathark. So, you know. Couldn't exactly guess how much he spent from the bank, but yeah. 50k for the Babe plus whatever Hathark spent cost. And it was on top of 320k inducements, I believe. 330? Okay, yep. So 380 spent. Makes sense. Kickoff return. Gonna send the Hobgoblin underneath the ball. Quick snap. He's already there. Nothing really changing much here. I mean, quick snap doesn't really help the Chorfs in this type of situation, because the Nurgle weren't greedy and didn't, you know, stand on the line behind this line of scrimmage, so... Yeah, I don't think he really even sends too many of these blockers forwards. I mean, it's just going to be harder to protect them. God, this beast of Nurgle, though. Look how good this guy is. Plus strength, plus movement. Really great. Is this the claws guy? It is. I wonder if he moves the claws guy up here sideways the other blocker back onto the line, and basically exchanges getting his hits here to be able to blitz with this strength 4 claw, maybe onto like Pestigore or one of these Nurgle warriors over here. Certainly would be an interesting choice. Could also decide to throw Thark up onto the line, potentially. You know, you just need to get your hits down on these guys and then use your blitz surgically to try and take out a good player, I think. Now, note that you're not going to probably be able to pile on anywhere. It's not like there's any dirty players here for the Nurgle. But they've got a deep bench. They're not going to be afraid to foul if they have an available rotter. And with Bernie rocking 2 dirty players of his own, I was a little surprised to not see a Bride pickup. But then again, he went for Hthark. He is pretty expensive, so he didn't have the cash after that. Interesting. So choosing to block this diagonal. Mighty Blow hit on a rotter, fails to break the armor. So I wonder if he's setting up something over here, but it doesn't look like he can. There's a lot of stand firm on this, or not a lot, but there is stand firm on that corner warrior, which makes it less, you know, enticing to hit. Waluigi is gonna frenzy his way. Open up this rotter for a really nice foul if he wants it. And it looks like we are going for that blitz with Claw Palm onto brown paper packages. Gets the POW. Follow pylon? Question mark? Or just stay put? Stay put is the choice. No, he followed. Finds the KO. He's in a bit of a pickle, standing there. Gonna be able to be pushed onto the killer Blue Satin Sashes by Bright Copper Kettles. On a 2 dice currently. Might need to shore this up. Ooh, whoa! +5 dodge. Chose not to tentacles to try to give him a nice fall onto the ground. But the natural 6 on the dodge, and the sheriff gets away with one. Especially with this niggle. Now, still a very potent target for the killer. And the dirty player comes up to try and protect the assists from happening. The other guard for the Nurgle, relatively far away. Bernie not afraid to dodge. Well, that is definitely true from what we've just seen, Minamo. That was a crazy dodge. He's gonna base up the Beast of Nurgle with the agi-busted Chorf blocker. Smart, as he did not want this beast running over here and locking down the sheriff. Ball still chilling in the backfield. We'll see whether he chooses to bring it upwards or gonna keep it backwards. I think he can certainly afford to come forward some bit. But not too far. Maybe like up to the middle. To the logo. Piling on all our players. Strength 5 for Thark. Sitting on to Bright Copper Kettles. Ensuring that he's probably not going to be getting any good hits on this side of the field. As the ball is going to get over to the right hand side. Well screened. Now, worth noting that this Beast of Nurgle can tie down Waluigi on this turn if he is able to get a knock or a push or better onto Plague Ridden Cowboy. So he can potentially get the Strength 6 into an advantageous position here. Question is, will he be able to deal with this right-hand side of the field? He has a Blitz. He can go hit onto Don't Rely on the Apo. Then blitz down the sheriff. And potentially really cause a hurting to this Chorf team. This assist coming in here will allow him to get a 2 dice with the Strength 5. And a 3 dice with the plus strength beast of Nurgle, who walks his way onto a bunch of players. It's gonna keep them well locked down. More guard coming. Gets the 2 dice onto the Chorf blocker. Just stay where he is. Doesn't want to walk onto Waluigi, giving him an out. This does open up a 1 dice blitz onto the Sheriff with blue satin sashes. Not the greatest of options, mind you. Might just see a blitz onto ABJ, the dirty player Hobgoblin, trying to stop the fouling from happening. Oh, no, he's gonna really commit to trying to get the Sheriff down. Adds the extra assist and the cancel on the side. Finds a POW onto the Niggle guy. Does not want to follow into a dangerous position, however. And because of that, he's not able to pile on to the Niggle. Maybe you would have liked to see him pile on there, but it's dangerous given that there are, you know, there are Chorfs that can stamp on him in that position. So yeah, it's already devolved into that type of huge scrum that we're all very enjoying. Lots of players with kill skills based up with each other. Chain push. Stand firm. Don't think he thought that one through. The inducements, Practical Snow, are Hathark the Unstoppable, as well as a Lone Babe for the Chorfs. Hathark, gonna nab the killer. It's an armor break. Just a stun. Big stun, though. Does look like the Sheriff is pretty well locked down here, though. Lots of guard near him. Gonna need a knockdown onto Warm Woolen Mittens if he wants to really set anything up, I think, in here, I think. Also, he might just dodge. Dodge the Sheriff again on a 4+ to this square. Yep, he could frenzy his bull away. That was potential. Doesn't look like he's going for it. Looks like he's aiming to try and hit this beast, maybe? I can't really tell. Doesn't have very many good options left. Does try to hit the Nurgle Warrior instead. The double guard canceling out. But he's standing put, and this is why this beast is a menace. Because he's not off the beast, and he's going to be in this, you know, precarious position for quite a long time now. Plus, you're trying to hit into a stand firm, disturbing or foul appearance player, so it's quite hard to knock them down. Actually, you do have to find that 5 or 6 after a 2+. Yep, could red dice the beast. Red dices are pretty decent against stand firm no block. They're not the best. Obviously, if it didn't have stand firm, it would be a lot better as a as a half dice option. But you know, you got block, he doesn't. You get a knockdown 25% of the time. A little scary keeping. Like, I'd just be really scared keeping this Niggled player on the ground with a bunch of assists. So I think that before trying to red dice, he wants to do this 4+. Obviously, this 1 die is really nice. It's only a 2+ roll, and we do get a stun on a Rodder because of it. But I think he does want to do this dodge with the killer, get it out of this precarious position. He does not want this thing fouled. Three plus 1 dice. But, I mean, if you were gonna dodge, you might as well hit. Leaves the guy on the ground in a bad spot. Will this come back to bite him? That's the question. Yeah, if he fails tentacles, that is true. I forgot to talk about this tentacles. Does make the dodge play a little harder. Yeah, tentacles are really nice, aren't they? Going after this hobgoblin, it's a weak link. It's easy to knock down. It's a stun. Opens up a hit onto Hthark. Gets a POW. Can bring this Pestigore around. Add an assist in. It's hard to foul though. I mean, you don't really have... This is like the really only good fouling player. Do you want to foul with him? I don't... Yeah, he's just gonna try and set up a 2 dice here. He gets the 2 dice with Claw Mighty Blow. Not good enough to break the armor though. Beast of Nurgle gets a hit on someone. If he wants. He can just go threaten the ball now. That's something. Certainly worth doing. Doesn't even bother to activate the beast, because if it went stupid there, it's actually in a pretty bad spot. So I think I agree with not activating the beast for just a random hit. It's on a bunch of good players. Keep him on there. And the ball is threatened now. Stream lagging a bit? Let's see. See if I can fix that for you guys. Yeah, I got a bit of encoding overload, so I can fix that. Drop. Let's see. I'll try dropping a bunch of... Just try to fix that. That looks a little better now. Clawpalm comes in, tries to take down a Nurgle warrior, gets a stun, but the piling on only able to find the stun. Looks like that has fixed my CPU a bit. Ooh, freeing up this Rodder now means we have a fouling opportunity. Ball's gonna go and try and hide over on the side. It's still in range of a sack though, so that is super dangerous. And now the only way to get there is to dodge off of tentacles. Gets away on the 8+. It's still not safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice one, Eldo. Hthark can get over and base the Pestigore, but that's not the greatest. Alright, so he's just gonna completely run down and, Hthark's gonna roll a 1. You're not gonna re-roll that. It stuns him. We might be grabbing a co-caster. So let me work this out. So where are we at? So it's not going to be easy to get to the ball this turn. Although, that being said, there is just a straight up Rodder dodge 1 dice on the ball. Which is quite hilarious. Do you want to push him onto the beast? Yeah, I think you do. So instead uses his Rodder from the to get the blitz. Ooh, Beast of Nurgle. Gonna fail his block. Has to reroll. Loner works. And now your Pestigor's not in a great spot. He's getting Mighty Blowed twice next turn. But I guess yeah, the chest doors don't really have an advancement because you have the killer back as a safety. They could go to the sideline. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can still reach the sideline from here though, so it's not ideal. This Bull Centaur can come up in front and do stuff. He's now free. Obviously Hethark's down, but you know, yeah, the Chorfs are heavily split, which means that they're either going to be forced to score really early, or they're going to have to consolidate, and then it's going to allow the Nurgle to reset up in front of them. And here we are, joined by Trick. Hello.
Hey man, can you hear me?
Yep. We'll just get how everyone is on your volume in a sec. So chat, tell me how Trick's volume is. You can keep talking, man. So they can hear you.
Yeah. So, what do we got today?
So we got some Chorfs and some Nurgle trying to bash each other.
Well, at least they'll kill each other, so the rest of us will celebrate.
And yeah, as I expected, this team has been forced... Hey, thanks, chat. This team has been forced to throw a very quick sideline cage. And this is looking like it's going to be forced into an early score.
Oh, Bernie's playing. Okay.
Bernie and Reese. And the Strength Claw Palmer, yet again taking down a Nurgle Warrior, but only finding stuns. Still, I mean, the Nurgle team, they're not in a great spot either. Their players are pretty well corralled and stuck. And, you know, there's still 3 Bull Centaurs, so this Chaos Dwarf team does have a lot of mobility.
Yeah, did he... Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Did that Pestigor return, or did he start living in the sideline?
He left him on the sideline in order to field a 3 Rodder line of scrimmage.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, no damage other than a single KO on a Nurgle Warrior so far. So in terms of that, it's been pretty boring, but
still, a useful KO. That's a very good warrior.
Yes, yes. Now, all these warriors are very good, actually.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's gonna be able to force an early score here. Raindrops on Roses can come up from behind, pressure the back of this cage, and the front of the cage is being blitzed down by the killer. Gotta be careful. Doesn't want to go too close to the sidelines here with the killer, because Waluigi is a frenzy Bull Centaur with break tackle. So Doesn't want to offer up any surfing opportunities, but, you know, he's
Yeah,
definitely split this Chorf team into two. Oh yeah, nothing like a good old random rotor break.
Yes. So we got all 5 Chorfs in the center around the beast and the ball on the other side. So I think this is a very good position by the Nurgle.
Yeah, they're forcing something here. Like, Bernie can just take the score if he wants. But it's going to be a turn 5 score. And, you know, Nurgle, while they're not the fastest of teams, pretty much any team in Blood Bowl can score if you give them 4 turns.
Yeah, I agree. At the very least, he should give up a 3-turner, but not a 4-turner.
Yeah, and he still has, like, Bull Centaurs to go and protect another sideline cage closer to the end zone.
Yeah.
But it's always scary sideline caging. Especially with a Frenzy Pestigore now in range to potentially surf one of the protection.
So the beast is nice, but not so nice. It doesn't have block, so I would consider red dicing it every now and then.
Yeah. It needs to roll a double to be ideal. Waluigi not going to be advancing as part of a cage, so that kind of screams score to me. Like he's only got 2 players left. You can't really screen off a player with just the Bull Centaur.
Unless you blitz off the rotor and you make a sideline cage 1 step behind, but I don't like that.
Yeah, no, he's just gonna score. Oh no, he's not. Wait, is he?
Oh,
oh wow. So he's going for a
That's
spicy.
not safe at all.
He's going for the spicy spot. He can blitz the killer, hope he breaks the armor, and then maybe.
This is not safe, man.
But with the push there, that's real bad. Now, okay, there is one thing.
You put diving tackle on the guy, I guess.
Yeah, he's got diving tackle.
Okay, yeah, I don't hate this.
But he's also based by a rotor. And that rotor could just push him off.
Yeah, but it would be a red dice push.
Mm-hmm.
And the rotor doesn't even have a block, so it's very likely to be a turnover.
Yep.
What is it, like 1 in 3?
You need to get, yeah, so it's a two out of each of the dice. 2 choices, so that sounds about right, 30%-ish. A little higher, maybe? No, it's higher than that.
In any case, I agree with not scoring here. Scoring here would have been basically like giving up the game.
Yeah, scoring would have still dropped. Let's close some more programs. Or tabs. All these Rebbl.net tabs, probably. There. Okay. And Hthark has come back, so I guess he could stall even longer if Hthark's able to do stuff next turn. That's the hope. So it's worth noting that Raindrops on Roses, the Pestigore, can actually 2-dice the ball with Wrestle on a double GFI and a 3+ dodge. Instead, it looks like we're going to be trying to kill the Bull Centaur and then threaten the ball by basing it. And that's a big KO. Thick Skull saving him from the injury. Here comes that 3+ dodge. No reroll.
I'm sorry, had to go for a second. I'm back now.
So you
Okay,
missed,
so I think
you missed the killer slamming out a knockout on that bull centaur.
yeah. I still think he can stall this now.
Yeah, he needs a knockdown with Waluigi. But actually, not even just just a push or something. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
The pylon or base the ball was a question he had to answer, and you know, I think the killer in him definitely hit that piling on button, but he probably would have been better off basing the ball.
Yeah, I don't like this position. The killer can base for free, or almost for free,
Almost.
unless
Yeah. It is a dodge on a couple GFIs though.
Yeah, and on the other hand, you don't want to expose the killer so much, but still, I don't know. It's so bad that all the dwarves are down here, right? They're just useless right now, and they're your best players.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of useless down there, but like these bull centaurs are doing some big work up here.
Yes.
When you have 3 of them, you can lose one and still be in an okay spot. Though if Thark, if Thark fails here.
Just want to punch with the Thark. Just push him away and it's fine.
He's got stand firm though. Can't really push him.
No, why would you do that?
Goes for the dodge. Uses a reroll on the loner.
Okay.
There goes a reroll.
Why would you do that?
I mean, it's a 4+. I mean, assuming you make the second 2+. I think he really didn't want that killer getting onto the ball.
I mean, yeah, but you could have just punched him. Thark is strength 5. Either goes down or stays stuck in Thark. Both results are fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at the moment, what we're looking at is potentially the Nurgle Warrior blitzing through the Dirty player and getting onto the ball, as well as the killer. Just running up there.
And also, if you punch him with the Thark, you're punching a warrior. That's always nice. You never know when you can get a random removal, you know?
Yeah, never know. Shorf's dodging.
Into tackle zones.
Oh yeah, they've been doing it all game. Yeah, he wanted to avoid the claw hit, I guess, but yeah. Now this hobgoblin's in for a pretty bad day.
So the silver lining for Bernie right now, and I hope I'm not jinxing him, but almost no damage, and he's getting clawed every turn. So
yeah, not much damage is definitely a good thing. Just the 1 KO.
And incoming a dead guy now.
I mean, that's what we have to do as casters. You just always have to like throw out the, well, there's been no damage yet, secretly hoping that you're jinxing them. Gonna go with the GFI blitz onto their Dirty player. And what happens when you GFI blitz? You always fail the GFI.
Yeah.
Mighty Blow not even taking down hobgoblins. Ooh, and this definitely is gonna pressure. I think.
Yeah, you score now.
I think he's happy scoring now. 2 turns from Nurgle. Not
2 turns
likely.
from Nurgle, yeah. Where's the Pestigor Boar Caliber? Let's see.
There's
nothing special.
He's had 3 ball carriers all die on this team.
Okay, so we don't have this ridiculous 2 heads dodge guy. Then you're fine. These guys can't 2 turn.
I mean, they can, but they're not likely to.
Right.
I've certainly been bitten in the past when I'm like, yeah, they're Nurgle, they can't 2 turn. And then they 2 turn.
Yeah, but here's the thing. the rest of the team is really, really slow, except the pestigores. So unless you're willing to expose your pestigores to kind of protect the scoring threats, you're really screwed.
Yep. Thark Blitz is interesting.
Spicy?
A Dump Skull would have been... Ooh, and a GFI from Hthark.
Why are you risking 1 in 36s? Just score, man.
Is he stalling?
You don't need this. I think he wants to stall, but I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, you don't roll dice with Hthark unless you're stalling, right?
Oh my god.
GFI.
So here's the thing. The Hobgoblin is only a G3, so next turn he might be forced to make a 1 in 9, and that's not nice. Score. Okay.
That's a surfed Bull Centaur? Question mark?
Yeah, I would serve that guy. And then you're basically put some people in there. The stand firm guy, you put him next to the Hobgoblin, and suddenly you're 1 in 9 away from tying the first half.
Yep. Might as well try to uphill this beast. Ooh, spicy dodge. Saves the Bull Centaur potentially.
Add 1 dot, I might add.
Yeah, very spicy.
So it was a 5+, I think? Yeah.
5+. I mean, I think you always roll that 5+, personally.
Yeah, I mean, nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
That guy wasn't doing anything down here, but but still it's spicy.
We can call it spicy, because it was spicy. So I think you're not trying to surf anymore, which is unfortunate, but I think instead we're just claw mighty blowing the Bull Centaur.
Yeah, and putting stand firm next to the bull. I like that.
It looks to me like he's trying to claw mighty blow with Thark, but that doesn't do anything. You still need to like get onto the ball somehow.
Maybe it's our Nurgle coach in him that says, fuck the ball, just kill something valuable.
Yeah, maybe.
But it would be a shame because forcing a 1 in 9 is very nice.
Yeah,
1 in 9s happen a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just taking blocks, it looks like. Here comes a claw mighty blow.
Nope. Thick skull. That's
skull saving
skill.
him. Needed both the claw and the mighty blow to get through that armor. Right, this allows the beast to get a hit.
1 in 9.
He's done it before.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, looks like we're going after Hthark. Not getting him. We're getting him. There's the reroll.
Okay, that's nice.
We're getting him.
Yeah, because you can't use IPO on a star player, so that makes it worth it even if you get scored upon.
But just
because Hthark was doing work.
You could have permed Waluigi instead. Of course, then you would have had the choice to Apo it.
But for this match,
oh yeah, for this match,
Hthark is more useful, and Hthark can't be Apple. So,
yep.
Whatever you look at it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about just going for like damage, that was certainly the right choice. I would have liked to see going after Waluigi just because it meant you could have gotten, you know, a player onto the ball carrier.
Exactly.
Potentially stopped him from scoring.
Yeah, I agree.
And you could have permed Waluigi, so, I mean, you know, best of both worlds, right? So I think he was a little bit unambitious on that turn, but KO roll is not favoring the Nurgle this turn. Gets another try though, and we'll have to see how these line blocks go against probably a couple rookie linemen or rookie blockers, because unless we see both dirty players on the line, I don't think. I mean, I guess that's also a choice you can make.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the right choice too. Both dirty players on the line. Don't offer up any chorfs.
The other thing that Price did very well is by putting the killer out of the play, the turf killer out of the play, Bernie had to blitz every turn without Claw Mighty Blow. While his own killer was in the play and was blitzing with Claw Mighty Blow every turn. Now, it didn't play out until the last turn, but still it was a good thing for him, at least strategically wise.
We are going to see the triple hobo line here.
Yeah, I guess against Claw it doesn't make sense to put AB9 in there, so
yeah,
I agree.
I mean, I guess like block thick skull are better defensive skills than just, you know, no skill. So there's like a sort of an argument that the block thick skull is better on the line, but I mean, you don't want to lose those short blockers for the second half, so you'd much rather lose some hobgoblins.
I agree.
And that's why you definitely
also one of these guys is getting fouled as well, because the Nurgle have a big bench, so no reason not to foul.
Definitely getting a foul, probably onto the kicker. I would assume that's the big target.
I agree.
I might have sacrificed, say, Agi 1 Chorf blocker instead of the kicker, just because kick is a good skill, and being able to get that kick off in the second half might have, you know, slowed the Nurgle down enough to guarantee at least overtime.
Yeah, I think you're right. The kicker might be more valuable than a rookie.
A rookie
Chorf.
Busted Chorf.
Yeah.
Not even a rookie Chorf, it's worse. Now he does have Frenzy and a full complement of players, so it is possible to see a movement 6 one turn, but it won't be gone for.
Ball on turn 7, he's not going to play the ball now.
And that ball is so far away. Anyone nearby that needs an SPP? Not particularly, but they'll go they'll go for a vanity pass anyways, might as well.
I'm guessing girls in white dresses is going to be the ball carrier to get the level up next turn.
Probably.
Next ride.
Oh, there's an injury.
And that's the bench. Anything from here is numbers advantage.
Stun. Claw palm coming. 3 dice. Use block.
And a mega foul.
Oh, not using.
No, what are you
has
doing?
stand firm anyways.
Okay.
He wanted to hear this. Oh no, he wanted to push him. Yeah, no, I guess that's also a decent spot for a foul. Doesn't need to. That's a dead kick.
So we foul the stun guy now.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Definitely, 100%. And you do it before any vanity pass, because 1 SPP is not worth numbers.
So right now turfs are at 10 players, and this might make them 9.
Oh no, no, we're going for the vanity. No, oh, never mind. Are we?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Yes.
Good.
Smart man. Keep your priorities straight.
Oh. I guess 2 is fine.
See, priorities were right.
I think the warrior stayed out again? I'm not sure. I think I saw a 1 in there. Yep! He's out!
Yeah, he's out. That's not good for the Nurgle. Good old cheating
10
dice log.
versus 11. But a really, really good warrior staying out. So,
not much I can do about that either. It seems to be just weather that's causing that.
So in this drive, we have a real motivation to put Torfs in the front.
Let me just throw up this task manager to find out what the hell is eating my CPU. It's Blood Bowl. Okay, I'm just gonna, since it's halftime, I'm gonna quickly refresh my Blood Bowl. Because it's been open quite a long time, and it's now eating up like 70% of my CPU, so...
Wow! That's French technology for you.
We're just gonna reload this quickly, and then it'll be much better. Blood Bowl does that sometimes. I don't know why. Probably has a memory leak somewhere. I wouldn't put it past Cyanide. And it was halftime, so we had some time. We had some time to kill.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I probably should have reloaded my Blood Bowl after my clan game and before I started streaming this, but we didn't, so here we are.
So, high kick for the Nurgle.
Almost back in.
The Pestigor caught it. And it's the Pestigor we were talking about, the one with 13 SPP.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense to carry on the player that can get a level for the final if you make it.
Oh no! Noob of Clan Noob! I guess it makes sense.
Have we seen a death?
So, yeah, but it's a rookie Torf that Bernie named after our clan. And now Bernie left our clan. So now the Torf is dead. I guess it all makes sense now.
Oh, and we come back in right in time to watch it lie. Okay. And we'll catch up to live very quickly here. So disappointing line blocks so far, I'd say, other than the kill, which was sweet. But his wrestle, not ideal.
So you're Torfs, and you have 9 players on the field. Nurgle has 11. What do? You let yourself get grinded down for 8 turns? I think you go bold or go home.
He's got only 2 Bull Centaurs now, so he's got a little less movement than he had before. It's gonna be tough to get the ball. I mean,
yeah, but still,
Bull Centaurs can do it.
Here's the thing: as a coach that played Nurgle a couple of seasons, this is what you love as Nurgle, like putting a front line and leaving the back alone because you're not getting pressured.
Yeah.
What you hate as Nurgle is getting forced into a cage, because with cages you can't do as much. So I would definitely go through the flanks with both bulls, all in, man, and not blitz the ball right now because you can't, but at least put the pressure and force Nurgle to cover the back as well.
Yeah, you could blitz the that lone rodder as well. Schnitzel with noodles, pretty out there, easy blitz target.
Yeah, punch that guy with the killer. It's a GFI though. No, maybe you punch him with something else, and put some pressure on the back.
Killer GFI? I don't think it's a GFI. Oh, if you
One,
don't want to be
two,
standing
three.
next to the claw. But you can follow up the hit, probably.
Oh yeah, you're right. I miscounted actually. Oh no, don't go for the
We
warrior.
went after the big boy target. And we got a big boy removal.
Yeah, I guess I like it, but here's the thing. Regen. That's why I like punching rotters.
True,
but
he does
for
need
this drive, this is good.
This drive is a very good target to get rid of, and if he's able to stop this Nurgle team from scoring, he wins.
Right, yeah. So now Bernie is definitely going for the no overtime win.
Yeah, 11-12 on that block. Certainly feels good. Who needs Claw Palm when you can just roll 11-12?
Who needs Mighty Blow when you can roll 11-12?
Unfortunately, if he had stayed, he actually would have been in a better spot, because right now, the Sheriff is basing up a Claw Mighty Blow piling on Pestigore. That feels a bit scary, because you're not going to be able to get enough players in here to protect him, I don't think. Without going all bands base on other Claw players.
Yeah, I guess you base the Claw with some other guy. He can only punch you once. Oh no, he ran out of movement.
Yeah, ran out of movement to get around. He needed to do a 4+ dodge with dodge in order to get him based up with the Diamond Tackle.
In any case, I like this flanking. Now the ball can't just ignore their back. They have to do something about it.
Yeah, and I do like the other Bull Centaur getting aggressive here as well. So this ball has to move forwards into a cage in the center of the field.
Right.
And that Bull Centaur, while not basing the killer, is denying a bunch of assists onto the Sheriff. Now, we know that he's got enough guard to slot in there and, you know, not really care.
Well, he only has 2 guard. So basically, if the beast doesn't behave, it's not as easy.
Yeah. Beast needs to behave. This is very aggressive from the Chorps.
Very.
If the beast behaves and he nets a nice forwards middle cage, I think he's a pretty good spot. Because you can knock down all of these Chorps that are based up. And then... yeah, beast needs to behave. I guess he's screwed, right? Everyone knows what happens. Oh, he rolls a 6. We're fine.
And 3 Torps are now based.
Yeah, that guy's going.
Yeah, this is looking very good for the Nurgle now.
Blitzes with the killer. I agree with this one. Keeps the rest of his players mobile. Doesn't get the break, which is unfortunate. He really would have loved a break there. But
and keeps the killer relevant, because if he got stuck back there, you don't want that.
Yeah, I love the not following. I think it was 100% the right move. And look at this, now the bulls are out of position, and the cage has moved forwards. I think this is a very good turn from the Nurgle, aside from, you know, not removing players. Can he even do a cheeky 1-die onto a guard blocker? If he wants, but he won't. Where's the safety Torf? That's a good question. What's the damage so far? I mean, it's not terrible. Got a dead blocker. It's a rookie, though. With Arcs out, there goes 330k inducements. And a couple hobos, meaning that there's no bench. No real damage on the Nurgle side, but that KO'd warrior staying out twice on KO rolls was quite big.
I don't like this blitz. He's going to again leave his killer irrelevant from the important plays.
Yeah, killer's not in a good spot, but I don't know. I mean, he's got a lot of time to get back irrelevant. Chemo here, aiming for mutual destruction in this game because he has to play the winner. I think you'd be much happier if you got to face the Chorfs at the moment than if you got to place these Nurgle. So you need to be rooting for the Chorfs here. Now I guess the Beast is, you know, it's only on 2 blockers, so I mean, it's okay value, not the greatest value. Banana.
Base the goat.
Oh, now you can walk off the Beast. That's a good hit.
I'm not sure I will walk out. Because now the Rotter can free up the Beast, and Beast can get on 3 Torps now.
K was nice though.
Okay, no, never mind. This guy can move.
I still think you free the Beast up to go jump him onto the forwards players now. Oh yes, because now you can get those 3 up
now
there.
there's 3 of them.
Okay. That's a little better, but this Beast is fast, so he can actually get around there. Actually, it's a little hard. Oh, and that is everyone's favorite. Everyone's favorite thing when watching Chorfs. You're watching a Bull Centaur snake a GFI.
I don't know if Bull Centaurs snake more GFIs or they just do more GFIs, so we see more snakes of them. I don't know, but I always see this
It's
guy.
definitely that they do more GFIs, but they tend to snake a lot of them. So what I'm assuming we're gonna see here is the killer's gonna blitz Punchbag Bob. Yep, there we are. No follow. Didn't want to pile on anyways, I think. Oh, big dub skull.
Ooh.
Has to reroll. Feel like that block was very poorly timed in the turn.
Yeah, you make it, but later.
This movement was free and not a dice roll. Okay, because he didn't, so he has to now cover the back of the cage with the Rotter, so he's not going to be able to move the Beast onto a good spot this turn. And actually, he's going to have to leave his Beast behind, so I think that means the Beast is no longer moving. Hey, Incest Society, how's it going?
That was kind of risky from the Beast.
It was a bit, it was a free die though.
Those triple... Yeah, I rolled those triple skull or both downs. I think I don't know, he didn't have reroll anymore, so yeah. If he had a reroll, I would have done the block with the Rotter, I think.
Yeah, and then just move the Beast up to be the corner of the cage.
Yeah. Yeah, but with no reroll, the Beast
unfortunately,
is just
if you try to do that, then the Beast rolling a really stupid actually hurts you more. Because then you don't have a cage corner.
The Beast can roll really stupid on the punch as well.
Yeah, but if that happens, you can dodge the Rotter still.
Yeah, you're right.
Corner.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because like Waluigi was a problem if you don't complete the cage. Waluigi's still a problem. Because he's gonna be forced to score. I don't see him being able to stall this.
Yeah. And 5-turner with Bull Centaurs is really, really likely. Also,
yeah, the problem though is that you have been removed a bunch, so the Nurgle will get to field a full team versus your 9. So maybe that's actually good to be giving them the ball here. Yeah, and he could also just cage dive with the bull here. No, he's going for the rotter. I would have loved to see the cage dive, but that's just because of the knife.
Nice stun though.
The bull
if the ball wants to
injury
move, it's going to.
is Hathark. It was a perm, but it doesn't matter.
I think I would. I wouldn't have hated a reroll there. Just
Yeah,
to.
it would have definitely locked them down a little more, but
I know it's overtime format and everything, but Bernie really wants to win before overtime.
yeah. At the moment, like, it's actually not that easy to score.
No, it's not at all. You have at least a 1 in 9 dodge to
Bright
start.
Copper Kettle's attempting to do his best to waste another reroll back there. But gets him. That hit was totally superfluous and made no sense. Don't make that hit, please.
I mean, you make it, but end of the turn. Not
There's
like
no end of
you're
turn.
about to start a very important turn that you might need rerolls. You don't do that first.
I think he has to score this turn, so I just don't think you ever take that hit.
That's true as well. Yeah.
Blitz with the Frenzy Goat. Yeah, it's a dodge, though. Or, well, then you're standing put, Incesticide. I don't like that. I don't like standing put.
So if he blitz with the Frenzy Goat and gets an armor break on the dirty player, he might even be able to. No, he can't even stall this. He has to score. Yeah, he has to score. Oh. Now what? Yeah, that's.
Yeah, you just can't re-roll that.
Oh. Okay.
Did I freeze? I think I freezed. I think Cyanide's trolling me. So I'm gonna try and catch up in a sec. Goddamn Cyanide. Why you have to be so troll?
Okay, so the KO rolls were friendlier for the Nurgle this time around.
He scored? Oh. We haven't even seen that yet. God damn you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
But-
you're fine. You're fine. It's Cyanide. My Cyanide crashed. Or my game decided to just stop at the double both down. So we're gonna reload in. We would have seen the 1-1 anyways when we reloaded. Yeah, maybe. We'll just reload though. Practical.
Okay, so I'll comment. Right now, Bernie is placing his players.
Sweet.
But nothing is happening.
So how many
So maybe
turns do we get?
So okay, Bernie has 5 turns to score. He's putting his players on offense. Most of the KOs came back except a rookie rotor who doesn't matter because he has a bench.
Cyanide, let me in. Where's the Eric Andre meme when we need it?
So we got 9 Dwarves versus 11 Nurgle.
Working through technical difficulties, guys.
Nothing has happened yet, so you're lucky in that sense that you keep crashing when it's least important.
Oh man. Yeah, it's not letting me in. I'm gonna have to quit. Reload. Oh no, never mind. We're in. We're in. Cyanide.
So if you're burning here, you score as quickly as possible, no stalling whatsoever, because even if at best you're going to give 1 or 2 turns to the Nurgle, not more than that.
Yeah. And you just don't have the players to stall. Like, you just don't have the players.
Yeah. Just get on one side, put a fast player in there, and try to score as quickly as possible. If you can score on turn 13, that's fine. That makes the Nurgle have to play from turn 14.
Brown paper packages comes back onto the pitch. It's always nice. It's been napping for a bit. I'm wondering if you like swap if you were better off swapping one of these Rotters for the Pestigore that you benched. Like, I know you're then putting a Pestigore on the line and it feels bad. Feels bad, man, maybe losing a 6 out of 16 Pestigore, but you know, if I was the Nurgle, I'd rather have a movement 6 player than a movement 5 player on the pitch. But that's just me. Hell, maybe you even stack the line with Nurgle Warriors. Like, what would you think about that? Stacking the line with Nurgle Warriors and keeping your other players more mobile. Certainly an option that's potentially available. I wonder if they took a pause. They might have taken a pause. Either they took a pause or it's Cabal Vision being shitty. Both are options. Let me see if I can ask. I don't know. I don't know, Snow. I think we've lost everything. But I'm loath to reload. I hope they're in a pause. I could ask Priest.
Hey man, sorry, had to leave for a moment.
That's okay. You haven't missed anything, at least on my screen. You can tell us. Are you still on setup?
No. You're in setup?
Yeah, they're still in setup on my screen because my division.
Okay, so I'm very, very much ahead of you.
Okay, well, we'll try and catch up. Thank you for being able to tell me. I'll tell you when we catch up. I keep missing half this game too, Chinchuro. Because Cabal Vision decides that it doesn't want to play. This is where I froze last time. Yeah, it's been decent. Alright, we're quitting replay. That was not working. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, I mean, Cabal Vision, like, sometimes this just happens. We'll see if we can get back in. We'll try and catch up to live, so we'll just have to miss stuff. Okay. Here we are. Turn 13. Ball is on the sideline in the hands of a Bull Centaur.
That's right.
And
now Bernie has a
trying to
puzzle.
stop it. Now, it is worth noting this Beast of Nurgle has movement 5. I don't believe the Blitz has been used this turn yet, so we could see a Blitz from either Warm Woolen Mittens or the Beast of Nurgle here.
Oh, you're still a little bit behind.
Yeah, I'm at 245. Either that or I froze again, you know, because cyanide.
No, because I'm on the 12th turn.
Okay. God damn it. Why cyanide? Why are you doing this to me? I don't think I've been able to, like, be in this game since, like, the second half. Well, since the score. Yeah, I haven't seen anything since the score. This is crazy. God damn it. It's like the first time that Cabal Vision has been this bad for me. Well, so the Nurgle definitely have the numbers advantage, Chinchiro, but the Chorfs have the pitch advantage, like in terms of positioning. Okay, and we're on the Chorfs' turn. Are you at 2 minutes? Did you just hit a warrior?
5. He just hit a warrior and he's stunned.
Yes. Okay. Hopefully this means we're caught up and we're gonna be able to see things. The ball's heading actually backwards. Huh.
That's right. The ball is moving backwards.
Okay.
Which I don't hate because the Nurgle really did
yeah, they got a bunch
well.
of pressure over there. And the only thing I don't like is that if you don't get this Beast of Nurgle hit to work... Ooh, and that one is certainly not good. It's got a lot of rerolls though, so... Because is he going back onto the beast and then try and hit the beast down with one of these blockers? On a 1D? Because, like, he's kind of stuck over there with a lot of his players, and the Nurgle can just swing the rest of their team to deal with the other, like, small portion of the Chorfs that are left.
Where are you going, man? You're going back. You have to go right and forward.
So these, like, if these two Chorfs and the Hobgoblin are just stuck on this beast the rest of the game, it's gonna be really hard with only 6 other players for the Chorfs here to do anything. Yeah, and these tentacles, they're holding strong, and when they don't hold, they're failing dodges, so... He gets to potentially remove this Hobgoblin into just, like, even knocking down all of these Chorfs at midfield is going to be a very good turn for the Nurgle here.
Yeah, I agree.
Unfortunately, he's going to need a GFI with the killer, so I think you have to do the blitz with cream-colored ponies instead onto the sheriff.
Okay, so here's the thing also. A not terrible potato is starting to form because a very good warrior is almost in the sideline and he already moved. And the beast is going to be stuck as well.
Yeah.
So now you run straight to the right and forward.
Ooh, that's a big knockout. Strength
Very
4
big.
Palmer.
You apo this. No, what are you doing?
Does not apo it. That guy could potentially be the KO roll of the century at the end of this half. If he's
Exactly.
not able to
I would
score.
have. Yeah, you apo that all the time.
Blue satin sashes getting into the middle of the field to be a safety. I'd like to see him. I don't like that warrior committing.
I don't like it either.
Yeah, I would have loved the tentacles being able to get somewhere over on the right hand side. That's a big stun though.
And a big thick skull.
Do you base the ball from behind? I think you do. I like that. This forces a blitz in the backfield.
But still, we have a not terrible potato right now. You get rid of the rotor with your dwarf. You use your Waluigi to
blitz.
get the Pestigor stuck somewhere. And you blitz with the ball and you run all the way there.
Just run. Sideline it.
Worst case scenario, it's not like the Nurgle are going to score now, so you have nothing to lose.
I'd say the odds of OT are somewhere around 60%.
Yeah.
I'd say like the Chorfs have a decent chance to score, but not great. Like it's not 50-50. I think it's a little worse than 50-50 to score here. Just because they're down so many players and they have 2 of their Chorfs stuck on that beast. Like they have to pretty much potato this.
He can get in a great spot if he's willing to risk the 75% dodge.
Yeah, and he's not willing to risk it. And with that push there, you're going to need to follow up, and now you need a break tackle, and that could potentially eat your reroll. Doesn't. Does Waluigi need to get further up the pitch? That's the good question.
Yeah, at least until you use the sure feet.
At least until you double one it, you mean? Oh, he's rolling them. He's rolling them.
Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. Nothing to lose at this point.
Bull Centaurs never snake GFIs. Just not something that happens, right?
Although that play,
The
that
Nurgle
might be
for
fine.
sure, Wolfram. The only claw is missing now for the Chorfs. But they got the ball, so they could potentially still score this. It's not the easiest thing to stop. Okay, how far can he go if he doesn't hit the rotor first? I think you have to hit the rotor first.
Also, as end of the turn play, I would dodge out the Dirty Player Hobble and base either the Frenzy or the Killer.
Yeah, I'd definitely base the Frenzy. I think the Killer's further away, so I'd like to base the Frenzy.
The Killer is actually closer.
No,
the Killer
like,
is no
further away
GFIs.
from the sideline.
Ah, right, yeah.
Yeah. So you're forcing at least 2 GFIs to hit the ball. Yes, a diving tackle bull excess. With Blodge. It's quite good. It needs
I really like
firm.
him.
You need stand firm. But,
Yeah, and if he scores now, he's getting stand firm.
yeah. Problem is that
stand
like
firm and break tackle
Chris
to be
Vapple's
perfect.
strudels can also get to the sideline. So there's like 3 Pestigors that can blitz the Bull Centaur. So you can't go on the sideline.
Yeah, but at some point you have to trust on strength 4 blood.
Yeah, so you can't go on the sideline. You have to be one off it, and then...
Yeah.
Ooh.
Scoring threat? I like it.
Oh, double GFI though. That was risky.
Go big or go home.
You fail that, and then the tackle Pestigor is running into your backfield to blitz the post one down.
The problem is that it's not very. Punchback should have been one square to the left because now it's free actually to. They have a free way into the ball now. That's not really a screen. Looks like a screen, but it's not a screen.
Yeah, I don't think he was ever gonna make a screen. I don't think he had the players for it. Yeah, this dodge fails. You re-roll it because you
re-roll it. Yeah.
Before.
Yeah, re-roll. Oh, that's
unfortunate.
Shame. But it was the right call.
And now he gets a Wrestle Frenzy hit. Can make it a. Can he make it a 2-die? I don't think he can.
No, he can make it a 1-die into a red die for a surf, which is not awful actually.
No, you make it 1 into 1 for a surf.
Oh right, Pestigors have horns.
Yeah.
I.
Can you make it a 2 into 1? I don't think you can.
No.
But I think you definitely try to surf this.
Yeah, you take the Russell if you get it.
Yeah, he can do GFIs to do it. I don't like the GFIs to get 2 dice though. I think I'd rather just 1 dice. But that's just me. He is gonna do them though. It looks like. Yeah, he's doing them. He's getting a 2-die surf. 3 GFIs. Here's a push.
Bye-bye, Postman.
GFI fail.
Oh!
GFI succeed. He's out.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Ball. Where is the ball going?
Oh, that's interesting.
That's not the worst spot. I think you GFI backwards now.
Yeah.
Get an extra base
You
on
have to
the
GFI
Hobgoblin.
backwards now. Otherwise, the Hubble can just score with just chuck dice and score.
Yeah, I definitely would have diagonally GFI'd backwards. Okay, well, did someone say overtime? Yeah. Did someone say dinner time?
So you get rid of something with Waligi, and then you go for the ball with the Hubble.
So the best thing I think is to. Oh man, it sucks though because it's only a 1D. But you can like you surf the Pestigor with Waluigi. Is that the best play? No, because that sucks. I guess you just have to hit the Crisp Apple Strudels. Oh, he's going for the surf.
Yeah, I don't hate the surf actually.
The only thing I don't like about the surf is it's going to be really hard to score this. It doesn't make recovery good. I think I would have liked blitzing Blue Satin Sashes instead and scattering the ball closer inbounds. But,
So here's the thing, the dirty player.
Ooh, break tackle.
I don't hate that. So the dirty player can reach the Claw Nurgle Warrior, and the other Claw Nurgle Warrior is too far away to be anything relevant for next turn. So I would dodge out and attack the Claw Nurgle Warrior.
I might actually instead dodge out and just become a scoring threat.
Yeah, that's a possibility as well.
I think I like that better. Just get him up there as a scoring threat. But he's gonna base. As I said, either of those choices I don't think are wrong.
And this is not a terrible spot.
Fart noises.
The Nurgle have 4 excellent players completely stuck.
This is another surfed Chaos Dwarf blocker.
Which is fine. Look, the Beast and 3 Warriors are completely out of the play. And actually, the other Warrior is a 4+ dodge that you also don't want to make.
Okay, so now Punchbag Bob can still score.
Can still score, yeah.
But if we're willing to do a dodge GFI with this Rotter, the Wrestle one, we can get a 2 dice on Waluigi here. So I think I do that after surfing. It's a KO. Every removal is big for overtime, so...
Yeah.
There's a Claw Mighty Blow hit.
Here's the thing. Even if Bernie makes it to overtime, I don't see him winning. He really, really wants to win now.
Yes, he needs to go for the win now. And this is going to be a 3-dice serve. With the Beast Nurgle. Gets it. Just. No damage.
No damage.
But it was a good chance. Oh, the dodge worked. Does the GFI work? The GFI works. Here's the 2-die with the killer on Waluigi. And this could be very big.
Oh!
Has to use the reroll in
It was
overtime format. But I think he had to do it. Because if he didn't do it, that was an easy score.
Yeah. Ooh. You apple that every day of the week.
Oh, definitely. That's a perm. And he's safe.
And that's fine. Okay, so now not appling the killer in hindsight wasn't so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, blitz. Eat it.
Dodge out, maybe. Don't give him a free hit.
There's no hit. There's already turn 16
right.
for Priest.
Yeah, you're right.
This is all free money. And we're going
so
to overtime.
The biggest KO rolls of ever.
Biggest KO rolls, but also biggest, coin flip.
Okay, so everyone came back. Absolutely everyone.
They all came back.
All the Nurgle guys, all the...
Priest having no rerolls is awful in overtime for him. But he has the numbers advantage.
Yeah, he has the ball. I think this one goes for the Nurgle.
And the Nurgle gained the ball. You never know, though. Inopportune dub skull could always change the game.
I mean, the biggest problem of them starting with the ball, they also start with the punches. That's the thing,
Yes. They get to start, and you have to be fielding 2 Chorfs on the line, at least. And Chorfs are not a great defending team. Three Chorfs on the line, all getting claw palmed, or claw mighty blowed.
Bernie needs...
And no Apo.
A double skull right now.
Yeah,
like
turn double skull.
First action, double skull. That's what...
Down players excess. And Truck is going robot on me.
1 sec.
Yeah, try quitting and going back in. And I'll fix it. Okay. Yeah, it's probably going to be Nurgle Chemo, unfortunately for you. Chorfs are excellent on defense when they have a team. we shall see if they have a team. Quick snap. But no free attempt to catch the ball, which could be big. Doesn't have any sure hands, so I mean, picking up the ball is going to be a problem.
Yeah, you put both Pestigors in range for the ball to bounce into their hands.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You have to try for that. So if I'm Priest, what I want is to free up the Beast of Nurgle, blitz the Dirty Player Hobgoblin, or the Movement Hobgoblin in the middle. Probably the Movement Hobgoblin. And then just get the beast on 3 players. Oh my god.
And it worked.
It scattered and he caught it.
With the best Pestigore, because this one is better than the other.
Yeah, yeah. That was a really good bounce.
Yeah. Because now he can cage right away. Before that, he was scared that he dropped it and then the bull centaur was getting in your face.
And that's a stun, which is good. And that's a POW, which is a stun, which is good. That's a base Chorf, who's not going to be moving somewhere good. I love basing all the Chorfs now because you have such a huge player advantage, especially with those 2 stuns. Blitz is going to come in onto Punchbag Bob with the killer, potentially.
Yeah, and then you go back and you put the beast on 3 players.
Oh no, we're going for the DP. Okay, I like this as well. Although that, where you block that block or 2 kind of blocks your path for the best beast spot. You got a KO.
I think he's making a path and going to score quickly. Or not.
Nah, I think he's just trying to control the middle of the field. Is he fouling? I really would not have hated fouling that movement 3 Chorf there. Yeah, the stuns were big. He almost has free... Like, the Nurgle just have free movement next turn, I think. They're going to be able to pick a side, whichever way the Chorfs don't go to. And they don't have the players to really spread here. Yeah, like, his best blitz was against a Rodder. And you can't even palm it. You just need the players standing.
Yeah. Move back. Try to screen a little.
You just can't even, like, yeah, there's no one you can put in the way here. This ball just moves up the sideline and it's super easy, I think. You have your choice of either side. I think I'd choose the side with the Beast and Nurgle. But no, you could just blitz the middle again, get the Beast and Nurgle on like 5 players, and yeah, like you just pretty much, if you're Bernie, you have to hope that this Beast doesn't do another thing for the rest of the half. Rest of the draw, overtime. And you just have to hope they fail early actions and turns. That's really all that you're going to do, hoping for. And what Priest needs to be doing is just making as few rolls as possible on each of his turns. Another stun. And look how locked down these players are now. What? What? Wait, what? What was that?
Why put the beast on one guy?
Why is the beast on one player?
I don't know.
That makes no sense to me.
I think, yeah, oh, it's the killer. Let's kill it, but still not worth it, I think.
And now we're pushing the left-hand side without all our team over there? I guess. It's not the most terrible idea. Yeah, no, it's pretty safe. It's pretty safe if he just doesn't move up too far. I just don't like the beast spot. I think the beast, if he was swapped with where that Nurgle warrior is, I think that would have been a really good spot. Then he's on 3 players. Maybe he wants the beast to be able to move next turn as well.
Still, we're nitpicking. At this point, this game is pretty much over, I think.
Yeah. We're just trying to find things that are wrong with his positioning. God damn it, Beast. You're wrong.
So, here's the... Okay, I'm angry, so I'm going to kill your best things. I would blitz the the claw warrior, so then you can get a punch with the claw guy on the beast.
Hmm.
The claw guy is strength 4, so it's not that hard to get a 1 die here. Just because. I mean, fuck it. You're already lost.
You can go for the ball.
I just lose.
He can he can just roll a 6.
6+?
Yeah, it's a 6+ with tentacle roll as well. So you need to get an 8+ tentacle or a 7+ tentacle roll and a 6+ on 2 dice. You have 2 tries at it.
Or maybe you punch the rotor and just
Can you get around the
tag the
back
ball
actually?
with diving
1,
tackle.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. You can't get around the back to hit it, so. Yeah. Beast ain't going anywhere.
So how about this? You punch the wrestle guy, you hope he breaks, and you tag the...
Tag the ball with diving tackle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, it's just gonna get blocked off, but I mean, then you're at least forcing dice rolls.
Yeah, and you're forcing dice rolls on a guy that doesn't have a reroll. So
yep. Double skull and it's over.
Or a 1 in 9 and the bull is still there, you know?
Yeah. Going after the killer. Walking into a half die.
Okay, so this could have been a big brain play if he had put the Bull Centaur in there, so it was a chain push. Now, where do we put the diving tackle? That's the question.
He stays central as a safety. Prevent the Nurgle from being able to get an easy potato score. This is really tough though, because at this point you're just pretty much praying for some 1 in 9s and dub stalls.
Yeah.
Don't think you can ever do better than that though. He's got so many tries to hit this guy off as well. Like Wrestle Frenzy can start, and then a both down's even good for you. And because of stand firm, you always get this hit here. And that's good enough, right? Yeah, that's a wrestle.
Yep, that's all you need.
And then you're blitzing forwards through the Bull Centaur, and then you're just running up with everyone.
Yeah, if this bull goes down, it's over.
I like moving the ball first because it's no dice. And even if you fail something now, like, at least then the ball is further down the pitch, so you have more time to recover with your superior number advantage. Ooh, this one's big.
Yeah, that's game.
Oh, that's a break too. And you don't pile this on, because you don't need it.
Is there anyone that can reach? Frenzy guy can reach.
Yep.
And he's breaking tackle too.
You foul it.
No, you screen it.
Screen it? Yeah, I guess that's better.
Yeah.
Wrestler can screen it pretty easily.
Okay,
Ooh,
now it's game.
That's not screened though.
That's not look great.
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
That's better, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's a little too far. A little better.
Yeah, that was only a 1 break tackle play. It wasn't hard at all. Now it's 2 break tackles and a lot harder. You still go for it. I mean, what the hell?
Oh, but you're gonna put the beast on him now, right? Just drop the beast on the Bull Centaur. And it's over.
You should. He's the only threat at this point.
Yeah, he's the only thing that can reach it. You roll this 2+, get the beast right there on front of the Centaur, and it's over. Game's won.
Yeah.
Really stupid. That's fine. You dodge the Pestigore, you double GFI and foul. That's what I would like.
Or just tag it to make it more dodges.
Yeah, or just tag it. But I like fouling it because, you know, get the boot in.
Okay, man, only one play. Do it.
Yeah, that was the first roll Priest hasn't made this half. With no rerolls. That one beast roll. Just a little too late. It's not easy. Because you need 2 break tackles. So you need to make the first dodge. And then break tackle the second one. Two into one into half. Oh no. He did all the GFIs, so he doesn't have to do an extra hit.
You reroll this.
I mean, you still have the dub skull from Priest.
I guess.
Okay, Beast moves first. Base is the
Can you make this a 3 dice? I think
Yes.
you can, because it's a straight 5 guy.
Yeah.
So as much as you want to hit him with the killer, you go with the straight 5 guy.
You can blitz with the killer to get a 3-die, I think. Or you could have even gotten a 3-die with that Rodder, with Wrestle, which I think would have been better.
No, he can't. Not without GFIs.
What, can the Beast not make it there? You can make it.
Oh, it's a fast beast, right?
Yeah, it's a 5 movement beast.
I really don't like that movement thing, but I guess it works.
It has 6 assists with strength 4. It's strength 10 versus strength 4. That's, I think it was a 3-die without that. And there's a POW. And that's game.
That's game.
Yeah, even 3 skulls probably isn't fatal. That's entirely true. Now, do you risk the 2-die splits to get some SPP on a warrior that has 81? Nope. It's way too far away from leveling. I think you just punch this in. He agrees, and that's it. Overtime was won by the Nurgle. Setting up Nurgle versus Necro in the finals.
Nurgle versus Necro.
It should be an exciting match.
That's a shit MVP for both of them.
Yep. Sheriff doesn't need it, and the Rodder's, it's a Rodder. I guess it's 1 SPP away from Dirty Player.
Well, thanks for the cast, man. It was fun.
Yep, thanks for joining me, Trick. And thanks to everyone who came and watched this awesome game and sat through a bunch of technical difficulties, which we had in the middle. I hope you guys enjoyed the cast, and yeah, so the Rebbl Super Bowl final is set for this weekend, or Friday, actually. That'll be Friday on Herringzord or Metal's channel. I think Metal, one of theirs, right? Probably Metal's channel. With Herringzord and Crusader as co-hosts. So that should be pretty sweet. And then we'll just have to wait on Priest and Chemo to schedule their final, which will probably also be on Metal's channel, I'm assuming. But yeah, so stay tuned in this festive holiday week to enjoy some good Blood Bowl finals. And I'm gonna do a couple streams this week for the Christmas Cracker, so you should definitely come by and stop if you want to see some good old holiday fun. So we'll probably be streaming all of those games for as long as I can. So yep, I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, I'll see everyone later.
See ya, man.